life to arise and to evolve. The Earth was initially very hot, and there was no atmosphere. In the course of time, the outer surface cooled into a hard crust, encasing a core of molten rock. In many places, the liquid interior broke through the crust as volcanoes and spewed out red-hot lava and gases. These gases formed Earth's first atmosphere. One theory holds that clouds in this early atmosphere showered rain unceasingly for thousands of years, giving rise to our oceans. Another theory is that the water masses on Earth were created by impacts from massive comets, which are made largely of ice crystals. Had you been able to watch the birth of our planet from space, it might have looked like this. The solar system started condensing about 4.5 billion years ago. A couple hundred million years later, the Earth had appeared.
The Milky Way has more than 100 billion stars, but our galaxy is just part of the cluster of 20 other nearby galaxies. And the cluster is a part of a supercluster of thousands of galaxies. And the supercluster is a part of a supercluster, and so on. Some believe there is a filament-like structure to the universe made up of more than 100 billion galaxies in all. It is hard to comprehend the enormity of the universe, whose total mass in tons is estimated to be the
youngest are just a few million years old. In fact, baby stars are being born even today. Our sun is a middle-aged star, 4.5 billion years old. It was born from a cloud of gas and dust, which we call a solar nebula. The birth of the sun was brought about by the explosive death of a nearby star. Shock waves from the explosion of the dying star triggered the formation of the solar system. Most of the gas and dust in the cloud went to form the sun, and a small amount collected to form rings and debris around it. Most of the material in the rings then coalesced to form planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Smaller, leftover bits of matter became dwarf planets like Pluto, asteroids, and comets. Of the 8 planets, for the rapid evolution of mammals, foremost among them humans, who began to shape nature itself. Our ancestors made stone tools, used fire, and learned to farm. From wanderers and gatherers, we became settlers. As life became easier, people had a lot of time to look at the one star.
A radio signal today to the nearby star Sirius, the signal would not reach it for about 8.5 years. If on a planet circling Sirius, there were intelligent life able to understand the message, their reply would take another 8.5 years to reach us. 17 years to find out if our message was a waste of time. Communicating with more distant planets could take centuries. That did not deter American astronomer Frank Drake, who sent radio messages to a globular cluster in the Hercules constellation 24,000 light years away. He hoped that at least one of its 500,000 stars might have a planet with advanced beings able to send a return message. Astronomers such as Drake, Carl Sagan have also tried to detect signals coming from any of the 500 nearest stars, without success so far. If we ever do receive signals from an extraterrestrial civilization, it will be the biggest news story in history. Radio signals are one thing, but what are the chances we could actually venture out into deep space someday and meet extraterrestrial beings? With present-day technology, a spacecraft can travel about 50,000 kilometers per hour. If we set out today for the star nearest to us, Alpha Centauri, it would take about 100,000 years to reach it. What if we travel at the speed of light? It would take only 4.5 years. But it's impossible to go that fast, as Einstein proved. To reach the speed of light in a spacecraft weighing 1,000 tons, we would need as much energy as the entire modern world will consume in the next 5,000 years. Imagine, however, if the future brings us new sources of energy and miraculous technologies for faster travel. Maybe we could someday journey to the nearest star in just a few hundred years. It is not unthinkable. Who could have imagined when the Wright brothers first flew that we could have a reusable space shuttle in less than 80 years? Let's daydream about an historic event in the future, which has been greatly delayed.
Our station was hit by a meteorite this morning. The microwave transmitter was damaged. A repair craft has reached the station with technicians, and the transmitter is expected to be operational within a few hours. The Minister of Energy has conveyed a regret for the power cut due to this accident.
The delay is minor, and preparations continue for a momentous space mission. The Indian spaceport is about to launch the 1,000-ton spaceship Chandragupta, named for an ancient Indian emperor. The goal: to make the first direct contact with a civilization beyond Earth, a journey that will cover 100 trillion kilometers. The historic departure will be telecast live around the world. Beyond the spaceport, millions have assembled for a glimpse of the unique spacecraft as it sets out on the first ever voyage to an extraterrestrial civilization. Chandragupta's trip will take 600 years. The destination is the star Epsilon Eridani, from which radio telescopes around the world have been receiving intelligible and produced by the previous generations of stars. The Earth and other planets in the solar system were formed as byproducts left over from the formation of the Sun. All the matter that makes up our world, from the water we drink to the food we eat, the clothes we wear and the houses we live in, everything, including the ingredients of